Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's Saturday night. Live with me. Wow. It's a cold day today. And it'll be cold tomorrow. Oh, well, I tell ya, wasn't expecting this kind of winter. But we have to stay home, stay warm. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight, because I've been talking about a little bit about the fairies, and some have kind of appeared. I'm not sure if it was an angel or fairies, sometimes both. I decided to do the fairy oracle deck that I have. The fairy oracle by Brian Proud. And I thought I'd pull a card out for all the elements, the fire sign, the air sign, water sign, and earth sign. But before I start, I wanted to mention the theme that I got, the energy that I got before I start is all about putting yourself first. You have to put yourself first. Some of the people watching may be not feeling well. You have to put yourself first in order to heal. A lot of you probably a lot of projects going on, a lot of ideas. Hello, Francis. Welcome. I don't know where everybody is, probably busy. But yeah, I mean, I wrote something down here. Oh, yes, because I think a lot of people need to recuperate from whatever it is. Maybe they've had, Christmas, I don't know, New Year's. January is a, tough month. So a lot of people have to put themselves first in order to heal. All right. And I also got a feeling, I wrote this down. Some of you will be seeking an exciting adventure, or will be having an exciting adventure, which is awesome. And all your products and the projects and ideas that you have, keep the goals that you have, everything kind of secret until it's very close to happening or just after it happens. Okay. If you want to manifest a lot faster, things will speed up. How are you, Francis? I know one of the girls that watches here, her cousin's father passed away, so I don't know if she's going to come on tonight. Hey, Jen. Hello. So that's what I was going to do. I'm going to pull up some fairy cards for the zodiac sign. If there's time afterwards, I may answer some questions. If you have a question about yourself, just a yes and no question. I'll ask you to put it up, and hopefully I'll see. Because like I said, I've got a cataract, so sometimes it's difficult for me to see too much. So, all right, let's pull a card. Pull a card for the fire element, fire signs. And if there's more people that join later, then I may do each one or just pull some for you guys. So I have here Luathis the Wild. This is card 57. This is for fire signs. And the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, sometimes in the fairy, I get a fairy or a gnome. It will depend. But what they suggest and what comes out, their advice, sometimes can be very subtle. So I'll show you this picture here. It's haste and impulsiveness, fire, which is this for a fire sign, spontaneity, and balance. Okay. So Luathis the Wild is filled with fire. And it's associated with the creative life force. So what does this all mean? I mean, there's a big, huge write-up about the fire of Lucas, right? It can be destructive, yes, because fires can burn. But it's also a force to be creative as well. Everything's, creation, destruction are inextricably linked, right? The fire that burns creates ash, which in turn acts as fertilizer for new growth. So this card says that wild creative energies are being brought to whatever's position it represents in the card layout. But I'm not doing a whole layout. If I were to do a private reading, then there'd be more information. But like I said, even pulling this card, I did say that you put yourself first because you need healing, you need recuperation, you need to take care of you. You matter, so you have to put yourself first. And I also mentioned creative projects, a lot of creative ideas, are coming into play. And this card talks about the creative energies. And it fires up things that surround it, right? It tells us that it is important to think and act creatively. And it says that the energy to do so is available. So whatever projects you have on your mind, whatever, want to seek an exciting adventure, again, this has to be. So new approaches are called for here. Old ideas and old behaviors will not do it. Sometimes it may be useful to draw another card. Okay, we'll draw another card for you, fire sign. I should have looked at the card before and after. Oh, got the maiden. What was the card before? And what was the card after? The green woman. Well, look at the maiden. Let's see what happens. Or I should, no, you know what? We'll pull a new card. We'll pull a new card. And alternatively, like Luathas the Wild, he may be telling you to go for something now, right? For example, another member of the Oracle discussion group, because they do have a discussion group. They have conventions and stuff. But she was really not interested in them. But he and she talked about different meters and tools for a while. So, and then she decided, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. So sometimes it is important to take a risk of making a fool of yourself to gain something amazing and wonderful and miraculous. But sometimes when Luitha says, go for it now, it's important to do so. So we'll pull another card to see what he's talking about. Okay. The only reason for caution is that you're afraid to look silly. Well, sometimes looking silly, if it's going to be something you want, so what? Doesn't matter what other people think, right? Oh, the 5, that stayed here. That is weird. One card didn't come. Stayed there. Oh, the green woman. And that's the card I had after this card, and the card before was something else. So let's look at this green woman. Page 23. Page 20, number 23. All numbers. But it's interesting because, I did want to talk about the fairies tonight. Thinking, they've come around and they're saying, how come you don't talk about the fairies once in a while? So wildness, nature, natural magic, expectant gratitude, untrammeled creativity, untrammeled. I don't never use that word. Okay. Well, the green woman speaks to us about of caring for our growing ground and of the physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. The green woman speaks to us of caring for our growing ground. So it's a time for enhancing the growth of our talents and abilities, a time of blossoming that will bear fruit. So it may be also a time of maturity, self-confidence, experiencing, trusting yourself and trusting the process of growth. She also reminds of material rewards ahead. The seeds we have planted and nurtured. She counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity. Yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we can take is to wait patiently and keep growing. And what have I been saying, I think, since the beginning of this year? Plant the seed. Speak the intention. Trust the inner wisdom. Basically, that's what this card kind of says. Yeah. So you got the 2 there. That's for the fire sign. So fire sign. All right. We'll move on to the air signs. So 23. Okay. Hello, everybody. I am good. I'm staying inside. I took Luna out today and it's so cold. And she went out to the end of the driveway. She didn't want to go anywhere. So I thought, okay, I'll take her leash off and collar and, the prong collar. And I said, well, let's go in the front of the yard. So she went, jumped over the snowbank and kind of excited. And then she booked it toward the door. So I brought her in. She didn't want to stay. The wind was crazy outside today. This morning felt like -3 33, 35 over the wind chill. Right. And this afternoon was nice. The sun was nice, but very windy. But now it's cool enough. All right. So before I started, I also called in on my angels and guides and your angels and guides. Whoever's watching, if there's something that needs to come forth, it'll come forth. Okay, for air signs, that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I'm going to pull a fairy card. Could be a gnome. Depends. She of the... Oh, okay, I'm going to look at the number because sometimes the writing on this is so difficult. I mean, it's fancy writing. It's beautiful, but it's sometimes hard to read. I think she. It is she. She of the Cruach, Cruach. She's the great goddess, the many named mother of all, and of all goddesses and attributes of aspects of her. Her cup, the Cruach, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, overflows with bounty for all. She's the yin energy of the universe, right? She gives form and brings into manifestation the will and life force of the he of the fiery sword. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the thing with Brian Froud when he did this oracle deck is it mentions a lot of times when you pull one card, mentions other card, like if you pull other cards for a full reading. But I'm just doing one card. So she of the Croix may indicate a form of pregnancy, if you want. If you don't want, I don't know. A necessary time of nurturing and development. There it goes again. Take care of you. Put you first. Okay, it's very important. We need to be open to her overflowing grace. She may also indicate a need to allow our nurturing grace to flow through us to others in the form of unconditional love and giving and spiritual being. She tells us of the need for unconditional love, receiving, or making the best of what we have offered. She also reminds us that unbound love and grace is ours, just waiting to be accepted. So the presence of this card radiates comfort and nurturing. And if I were to pull other cards around it, they would pour the nurturing around that as well. So very good card for the air signs. So if you're just joining us, I just mentioned after I pull a few cards, I may do the Q&A. So think of a question about yourself, the question you want to know for yourself, not for your neighbors or exes and stuff like that, but for yourself. And I will try and do my best to answer them. Yeah, it's so cold. Yeah, New York, yeah, no kidding. I had double pair of hands today to take Luna out. Okay. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I don't know why I wanted to say Scorpio instead of Scorpio and Pisces. What the heck? Starting early. Tongue twisted. No orbs so far. I don't know. Pretty quiet. I know that I've seen something around the past few days and the same repeated numbers over and over and over and over. And I was talking about that with my class on Wednesday, and they've had that a lot. As some of the numbers like I have, the same numbers, and some are different, but a lot of that. In dreams. Yeah. Okay, water signs. Let's pull a card, a fairy oracle. Fairy oracle. The guardian at the gate. The guardian at the gate. That's number 3. Come on. Oh. Number 3. Guardian at the gate. So passages to new life. And we are in the year cycle number 1. Openings. Gatekeeping. So the principal task of the guardian at the gate is to facilitate the passage from one realm to another and to block the passages of that which is not ready to pass. So these realms may be earth, may be fairy, the cosmos, of the singers, or unity. They can also be considered as levels of reality or states of consciousness. In one state of consciousness, we are in the ordinary world. In another, we are in the fairy or unity. Our bodies don't move, but our minds do. The guardian at the gate of unity facilitates the passage of song into the hearts of the singers. It's probably why at Age of Aquarius, I'm saying this almost every day for the past week. All of a sudden, it'll just come, and I'm like, Age of Aquarius. Okay, and aids the passage of humans and fairies into unity to be filled by that song when it is their time. We cannot make the mystical experience happen to us, but we can only open our hearts wider and wider until we are ready, usually only momentarily, to receive it. And the guardian at the gate recognizes a readiness, right? So, all right, what does it mean? I mean, there's so much talk about, what it does. Brian Froud went, a thick book about this. So drawing this card indicates that a passage is being made to the beginning of something new in our lives. It speaks of new opportunities, new openings. Passing through this gate may lead to a physical journey, or a mental or emotional one, or a journey of the spirit. It always leads to adventure. And when I began the video, I said, you have to put yourself first for healing, but also about ideas. You may seek exciting adventure. This may lead to adventure for some of you, obviously the water signs. This gateway will also lead to significant change in our lives. The passage through which a gate changes us. It does. So the gate we face may not seem like much. The decision to enter may not even seem to be a matter of a great moment for some, right? But the presence of the guardian of the gate tells us that something important is happening. It indicates that going forward through that gate is no small thing, but something to be approached with awareness and prayerfulness. We're embarking on a new phase of our lives, and there will be no going back once this gate has been passed. That is the kind of transition that the guardian at the gate leads us to, always to irrevocable change. We may, of course, ask the guardian at the gate for guidance and protection on our journey, and we would be wise to do so. But alternatively, the presence of the gatekeeper in a reading may indicate that a Aquarian is being asked to help open a gate for someone else. Sometimes that could be, especially if you're a rescue medium. If I have somebody that comes through that they need help to cross over, I would open the gate for them to cross over. I'd help them. They kind of do it. We do it, both of us kind of do it. The job of a gatekeeper or gatekeeper's assistant is to merely to open the gate, not to push people through it. They have to be willing. You don't push them. You guide them gently. So that's for your water signs. For the earth signs. So everybody's from the States, most of you, a few people from Canada. I don't see Care Bear. Care Bear's cousin, his dad, passed away, so it's Care Bear's uncle, passed away. Yeah, I think it was today. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Nickel? Is that what that is? The writing is beautiful, but it's a little difficult to see. I don't know if you can see the writing there. Yeah, Mickle and Muckle. Mickle and Muckle. Yeah, Scorpio and Pisces. Yes, many new words. Scorpio and Pisces. I don't know why you do that. I really don't. But that's good. That means you're paying attention. So it's a good sign. What's in the mug? Green tea, decaffeinated green tea. See? I know it kind of looks. I should have put a little bit of lemon in there. Hmm. I wouldn't be doing this if I was drinking. I don't drink, but if I did, it gets so hot. No, I think it's two languages want to come out at the same time sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. You were born April 18th, but you identify as a Taurus. Yeah, it's probably because if you were to look at your whole okay, here, if you were to look at your whole natal chart, you probably have a lot of maybe Earth signs, like because you have so many, all the planets. We have all of the zodiac sign in our horoscope. Like in our natal chart, you might have more Earth sign and stuff. I know a lady who's she's Aquarius, but she's more. I think she calls herself more Pisces. But I pulled out a Kleenex. What did I do with it? Sorry, I got sniffles all of a sudden. I don't know why. Yeah. So you don't drink anymore? No. I mean, I used to enjoy, a margarita or nice Long Island iced tea or a glass of wine. I've got like bottles of wines here, but I just couldn't be bothered anymore. I don't drink. I'm crazy enough as it is about drinking. You never did? Francis, you never drank? Never drank a lot, but I mean, sometimes, or a nice cooler, but I'm gluten intolerant, so it's really hard to, yeah, no drinking. All right, for earth signs, it says everyday blessings, play, mixed blessings. Yes, because a lot of earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, sometimes you're a bit too serious. You got to lighten up, right? So, Michael is also known as a mixed blessing, is a Greg of good family. Grig, I swear. As you have doubtless heard, Griggs or Mary. Okay, so Mary, they have become proverbial for it. They want you to be Mary too, with a childlike open heart. Michael informs us, Michael, little things come in good packages. He is a little thing, and therefore is good and well packaged in his skin. This is fairy logic, and I'm not responsible for it. Michael can be foolish, silly, and playful and absurd. He's fond of goofing off and considers play to be an art form and himself a fine artist. All right. What about, it talks about Michael, but starting. So what does it mean, right? Lighten up. What is needed here is the benefit of a childlike, trusting heart. Just childlike wisdom, seeing directly into the true nature of things. Don't complicate matters. I know some people that complicate things, right? So what you see is what you get. And that's so true for some of them. Don't look for hidden or subtle meanings and motivations because they're not there in this case. So go to the heart of the matter, the simple core hidden behind complexities. Don't be so caught up in thinking about the future that you can't see what's happening now. So welcome adventure into your life. Again, another card of adventure. And at the beginning, I said some people are going to be seeking or having really exciting adventures. So welcome adventure into your life. Try something you've never done before and take some time to play with Michael before you turn into a grumpy glump or a worn out wurg, W-U-R-G, wurg. They're funny. They're funny tonight, the fairies. But sometimes I pulled some cards and they were so serious. Like, yeah, it's kind of funny tonight. All right, 49. All right. So if some of you have questions, please put your question. I'll try and answer it. I'll try and see it. And if I miss it, ask me again. If you have any questions, a yes or no question. They are nice. Well, the pictures on themselves are kind of, but the cards themselves, yes, they have very depth. Their meaning is deep. They have depth. And when I decided to get the Oracle card, I wasn't sure which fairy deck I wanted, but I wanted something that's not. It's going to give you straight out, no sugarcoating, and this is that. That's for sure. Um, vodka, no. No, I don't drink vodka. If I would anything back in the day, it was be tequila, not vodka. Yeah, I went on a cruise just once, and it was in the Bahamas and that, and everybody drinks rum, and I was like, I want tequila. I had maybe a couple of drinks. Francis, okay. Um, I wouldn't say soon, like depends what soon you mean. It will improve, but not soon, like in the next few days, but it will eventually. You really, really have to take care of yourself though. You have to follow, if you've been to a doctor, follow their advice for sure. But at the same time, you need to also do a little bit of research for yourself so you can find out how you can help yourself. Rest is very important. That's for sure. Sleep, like quality sleep, because when you have quality sleep, your body heals. So if you're not getting quality sleep, that won't do. It will, but how? Soon, not in the next few days, but soon could be another few months. But it will improve slowly but surely. Yeah, I've got a hair here. Any other questions, people? No questions tonight? Sorry, I got a hair. You're welcome. Francis, if you get a chance, if you want to know a little bit more, a little more in depth, send me a message. If I can guide you to something that I know, I will. Spirit helpers are near, always. Your guardian angel is always there. Spirit guides, they come and go, but you can call them. You're welcome, Francis. Yeah. Spirit helpers. Spirit. When we're talking about spirit guides, sometimes it can be so spirit guides can be somebody that that's passed, and they want to be a guide for you and help you, like another spirit guide. They can be guides as well, not so much angels, but guides. When we say somebody's crossed and they have angel wings and they act like an angel, they communicate with angels, but they're angels or spiritual beings that's never been born, they've never been on earth, right? They act like as far as protection, because they call on other spiritual team and help you. But spirit guides, yes, and some have more than one. Yeah. Do you have anything to worry about? Let's see here. Jen. I'm getting a no. No. I'm getting a no. You don't have to worry about. No. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing something, whatever you're doing seems to be working and at this time, but nothing to worry about. Yeah. How come you become more close to your? How I become more close to their spirit helpers? Call them. Call them out loud. I always tell my students to call on your spirit guide 3 times out loud. Then after that, you can do it telepathically, whispering, or you call them. Even call on them because they're there and they want to assist you. And then ask them, how can you and your spirit helper communicate? They will send you signs. They will send you numbers, same as angels or people that's crossed over. They send you signs, right? Feathers, numbers, repeated numbers to let you know they're either there, they're helping you, or keep going on the path you're going. If you want to ask for specific signs, let's say I'd like a specific sign for that I know it's you that's sending it to me. You can do that as well. Communicate with them like you would a friend, and make your intentions known. But to hear what they say, and you have to pay attention, of course. But if you want to really get in touch to know what they're trying to tell you, it's through quieting your mind. I was going to say meditate, but if you don't want to meditate per se, just sit quietly somewhere and wait sometimes for answers. If the answers don't come right away, you can ask them again. They may not come the same day. They may come the next day, or you can ask them to come through you through a dream, especially if you remember your dreams. But they do. You have to ask them. Communicate with them. Okay, you have to ask them. Your cholesterol levels seem, Jen, I wouldn't worry too much about cholesterol. Okay, I listened to this one doctor. His name is Ken Berry, and he says that a lot of times the most doctors will say, "Oh, if your cholesterol too high, it's not good for your heart." Actually, what causes heart attack is not so much high cholesterol. What causes heart attacks or strokes is the sugar. It's the carbs. It's that kind of stuff. You can have because you got to realize that they have a guideline to go through, right? And the guideline may say here's you can't let your cholesterol go here. We want to keep it here. Okay. But if it's yours here, it might be okay for you. For another person, it could be a little higher. Another person could be a little bit lower, and they're fine. Yeah, you need a whole panel of blood work done, as opposed to just say, "Oh, my cholesterol's high." Well, maybe it's the norm for you, but I wouldn't worry so much about the cholesterol as I would the carbs and the sugar. Like if you're insulin resistance, if you're diabetes, that you have to nip that in the bud. But don't worry too much about your cholesterol. Yeah, good foods. Well, there's foods that are gonna lower it. I know somebody who didn't eat chips, didn't eat anything fattening, he was skinny. He had very high cholesterol, and he was always worried. But he didn't eat anything that would cause, no cheese, no. He ate very plain, very simple. But he had what the doctor told him was high cholesterol. He's still living to this day. And my kids, we met when my kids were elementary school, I believe. So sometimes people are born with that, higher cholesterol than others, but I wouldn't worry so much about that as I would like the sugars and carbs, the high carbs and stuff. A lot of people do carnivore and people do keto, right? You eat your meat, your fish, whatever, and low glycemic vegetables and low glycemic fruits. You eat keto, so you don't want to spike your sugars, but eat real food, right? Anything that's real, anything that's grown, anything that's processed, word processed, is a lot of garbage. And I know a lot of people, including some members of my family, they work all day, come home, they'll just take a box of something or bought something I mean, I get that. But if you can buy real food, real meat, real vegetables, real fruits, and have that, not buy the keto ice cream or keto bars, or that's a treat once in a while, but it's not real food. It's processed. Yeah. Yeah, there's no magic number per se. Another late night for you getting home. I don't know what time. It's 8 something. How come you're late getting home, Pauline? I stopped at your store the other day, and it was 10:35 in the morning, and they didn't open till noon. I didn't know. I want to try to go drop by soon, but yeah, not with this cold weather. I'm going to wait till it warms up a little bit. Pauline, you have a birthday coming up? When's your birthday? What's coming up? Busy day today, stayed past time. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what you close at 7? No, you close at 5. Because I remember I go by around 6:30 and you're closed. Monday the 9th is your birthday. The 9th of February is your birthday. February 9th. Pauline's birthday is coming up. So happy birthday. I'll say it ahead of time. If I don't go on Facebook, I don't remember whose birthday it is. If you're on Facebook with me, then sometimes I'll say friends, but they've changed my Facebook now. Everything's changed. I really have to go to friends and then see if there's birthdays. It doesn't pop up like it did. Well, happy birthday. 29 US, right? I stayed 29 US for so long I couldn't even remember my own. Well, Saturdays you close at 6. Okay. Oh, close at 5. Well, I hope you have a good day on the 9th. It's It's going to warm up a little bit, I think. Today and tomorrow is going to be cold, then start warming up again. So this is good. Anybody else got questions that you want answered? If you have a private question, you can send me. I'm on WhatsApp, or if you're on my Facebook, you send me through Messenger. I heard a weird noise. Oh, there you are. I thought I could hear something like. I'm like, what are you doing, Merlin? I don't know if you can see. Probably can't see him. No, he's in his. Are you hiding? Are you watching what's going on? You are? He's in his condo and he's kind of watching. He's behind this little ball. He's behind there and he's got like a little pouch there and he's watching. The winds are terrible. I know. You wish that you were 29. Well, with the wisdom, it would be nice. Here, the weather is, let me see, today, like I said this morning, minus 33, minus 35. Right now it says minus 18 Celsius, which just feels like minus 25 Celsius. But if you want to go Fahrenheit for people in the States, it's 0. It feels like minus 13. But the winds, it's crazy. The winds are 7 miles per hour, northwest winds. But it feels colder than that. It really does. We don't have normally snow and cold like this bad. We have both. We're getting all the stuff we haven't got for so many years. All right, I'm going to pull an angel number for you guys. All right. Anybody has anybody been seeing any like 1111 or 111? Oh, you're welcome, B. Miller. The strange weather is a sign. It's a sign of something, but I won't get into that. 7:30, yeah. No, here it's minus. It's cold. So cold, 10:10. You've been seeing a lot of 10:10. Well, those are changes. 10:10. Those are changes for one thing. Another thing, what did I do today? I found this too, so I thought, a little cheat sheet. 10:10. Oh, it didn't have 10:10. Oh, yeah, 10:10. You're stepping into a more abundant phase. Opportunities to grow, receive, and feel supported opening as you stay true to your path. That's 10:10. Awesome. You see 555 a lot. Yeah, well, 555 definitely are changes as well. Double fives are changes. But 555, I'm surprised they don't have it here. Oh, no. Change is working in your favor. What shifts now clears the way for growth and expansion. Yeah. Those are all signs. Sometimes it could be your spirit guide that's sending you that number. And sometimes it could be an ancestor that's passed that is working on your spiritual team. Sometimes it could be, like I said, an angel could be a spirit guide or an ancestor that sends you. Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah. I'm surprised Merlin's staying. Oh, he's closed his eyes a little bit. They never fully sleep, but his eyes were wide open a while ago. All right, people. Let's see. Put a card for you guys. Think of a question. Yeah, if any time you have a very private question you have, if you have my WhatsApp or my Facebook Messenger, contact me. Send me link. Wow, first card I pulled. I've been seeing that a lot. So the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. I am awakening. There's so many people awakening, and awakening not in a spiritual, spiritual form. They're just awakening. They're what used to be good for them before. They're just not the same anymore. They want more depth. They want more spiritual. They want the truth. People are searching for that, and people are waking up to that, which is awesome. Question, yes, what's happening with your mom's house? Well, I asked people to ask questions about themselves, not so much about the neighbor or someone else, but what's happening with your mom's house? There's not much. There's some going on there. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say confusion, but I see there's just a lot of talks and nothing is resolved. It's like turning in circles. It's not confusion, but it's spinning. You know what I mean? Yeah. It'll take a while. It'll sort out, but right now it's like one person says one thing. It's like going through one ear out the other type of thing. So yeah. Yeah, it's about you, but it's about your mother's house. But yeah, that's why I answered. Yeah. But definitely it'll sort itself out. But right now I just see that there's a lot of, and it's not confusion. It's just talks, trying to sort things out. It may take a little bit of time, may take a while. B. Miller, should you see doctor? To put your mind at ease, I would say yes. See one, so you can put your mind at ease. You don't know what questions to ask? Well, you can say, what's next for me? Something like that. See what comes up. You're welcome. Jen, you also often see your birthday numbers on the clock. Wow. Oh, that's a good sign. Somebody's definitely trying to get a hold of you. Well, number 3 is Trinity, right? 1 is beginning, 4 is stability. So that's pretty cool. Hello. Hey. Somebody's downstairs. Okay. You need something. I was wondering what my son was doing. So, you need aluminum foil. Okay. Maybe it is, Pauline, maybe, but there's a few people, they're just discussing, talking. Yeah, what comes up? So what's coming up for you? Okay, Tiger's Eyes, what's coming up for Tiger? What's next for her? Okay, I see sometimes kind of getting overwhelmed, like you just want to pull out your hair out. Not a frustration, but kind of, it's just like, they just want you to breathe, remain calm. Just know when you can do something about it. They want you to learn acceptance through just kind of sitting back and just remaining calm. And sometimes things need to just take their course. That makes sense to you? That's what's coming up for you. So whatever the situation is, know it's being taken care of, but just sit back and just take it easy. Sure, Jen. Tiger's Eye, yes. Okay, there you go. Sure, Jen. I'm drinking green tea, decaf green tea. It looks kind of funny there. Next time I'll bring my see-through cup. At the beginning, I was trying to take 2 words. I have no idea why I called that the way I did, but it's kind of weird. Go ahead, Jen. Hot coffee? No, we switched to decaf after Rob's medical thing, but I drink coffee mostly in the morning, sometimes at night, but we have decaf now. This is green tea decaf, so it's caffeine free. It's my second cup, actually. I don't know. I had a hot lemon, ginger lemon, the stash. I like that lemon tea. Sometimes black tea, coffee, hot coffee, sometimes, Will the work get done profitable? Yes, I'm getting a yes. Yeah. No, burning sage does not aggravate the spirit. Sage is a moderate cleansing. It removes negativity. But I mean, it depends. If you have so much negativity, you want to do like frankincense instead. But sage just clears, removes unwanted energies. Sometimes not really negative per se, but just unwanted energies, or sometimes with stagnant energy. Each corner of a room, if you don't have anything in the corner, we don't walk there. There's not much energy that flows in the corners. That's why in Feng Shui they say to have something in the corner, or like I have a, I don't know if you see the thing here, a wind chime or something, but it just removes unwanted energies. So before meditation, when I used to do a class in a store per se, sometimes we'd sage, or burn sandalwood or something like that. But no, it doesn't. Spirits like these kind of smells, like frankincense and stuff like that. They unless it's a bad spirit, but sage wouldn't remove them. It'd be a lot harder to remove. A lot of people burn sage everywhere, and they think they'll remove completely, like really negative spirits, like negative, and it doesn't. Something stronger like frankincense or Palo Santo would. Or if you're a Reiki master, there's some words you can say, gets rid of them. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, Jen. You're welcome, B. Miller. Well, if you want to pray for them all the time about the same thing, they're working on it, right? If you pray and you ask for you give them a certain time limit, or you say you want something like now, it may happen a little faster, but you can pray for years and could take longer, depending what it is that you want, what it is that you ask, and if it's for your highest good, right? Oh, nice. You heard bells ring in your right ear. Nice. That's your higher self that woke you up for some reason. That's your higher self. Wow. That's amazing. Oh, you're welcome. Francis, they always pay attention, but you have to realize that the time that we have here, it's on the other side, it's kind of short, and we feel like we have years and years and years, and we could pray every day, but it depends what we ask for, like I said. Some things, we have right away. Why don't you pray for something and say, if it's for my highest best? Because that way they'll say, okay, she's willing to be open-minded. Remember the card I pulled, the gateway, the gatekeeper, the door. Say, if it's for my highest best. Let's see what happens. You never can irritate angels. Angels don't get irritated. No, they don't get irate. No. I know sometimes you see funny commercials, the angel will say, oh my God, like how can I get through this? No, they don't. Angels are not like that. No. You can't piss them off. You may think you did, but they don't. They're very loving. They're unconditional love. Yeah. They're unconditional love. They don't mind. Even when you ask them something and you get it, and then you decide, okay, that's not what you want, everything, and they'll say, well, you kind of helped her get this, but no, you could talk to them. It's like your spirit guide too. You can call them over, tell them to leave. Okay, you're done. Come back. Go. Come back. Go. I've said this before here on one of my live videos. If you want to, you want to know that your spirit guide is present, you could sit somewhere in a chair, or you can lay down, but I prefer doing it sitting. And you can call on your spirit guide. Say, I want my spirit guide. I know his name. I've got a few, but there's one I particularly call, and ask them to get closer and closer and closer until you feel the energy. It's like if I asked you to close your eyes and I would put a person in front of you, far away, you wouldn't feel. But if that other physical body would get closer, you'd probably feel an energy, right? Well, the same thing. When you call your spirit guide, you ask them to come forth and you don't feel anything, come closer, closer, until they're practically sitting on your lap. You'll feel something. You will feel warmth. You'll feel something. You could say, touch my hand, touch my knee, whatever. And when you have that connection, then you can say, okay, I want you to step further away, step back, step back, step back. And you think, okay, did my mind play tricks on me? Do it again. Say, spirit guide, come closer. I invite you to come closer, closer, closer until you feel the energy. And then you can ask them to step back. You could do this 50 times. They don't mind. You could do this as many times as you want. They don't get upset. They don't mind. And you will feel something. Just ask them to guess whatever, how many times you want until you feel something. You'll feel the energy. It'll feel like an actual person. You won't see anybody unless you're clairvoyant, but you'll feel like there's an actual physical person in front of you. That energy will be there. Now, to communicate with them, you have to raise your energy, and they have to try and learn how to communicate with you, and vice versa, right? It's like the old radios when you're trying to fine tune it. Same thing. When you talk to your spirit guide, you have to learn how to communicate, and they have to learn to communicate with you. They send you little signs, but if you really want to communicate, it's building that relationship, that friendship, and eventually, you can. The more you practice, the more you'll be communicating a lot easier. So, yeah. Oh no, you have more than one angels. You have one guardian angels, one guardian, but you have many other angels that assist you all the time. They come and go. Yeah, for sure. Same as spirit guide, you can have more than one. You'll have one major one, depending what you do. If I like when I do healing, like Reiki, I have more spirit guides that come. If I do a reading, then I'll have one or two. I have my gatekeeper. It depends. It depends what you do, but you have more than one. Yeah. Most people have multiple. Like some people have 5, 10. Some people have 3. It you what you're here to do on Earth, and what you do as far as a job and that. Yeah. 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 And some people just don't recognize that. They say, "Oh, I don't have any." Well, maybe because they don't recognize it, right? I heard someone say once, not that long ago, actually, that not everybody has a spirit guide, and I thought, well, that is weird because I know everybody has one. Everybody has a guardian angel. Whether they chose it, if they're very evil, or if they just discard it, maybe they're not acknowledging it, but they should have one. Everybody has one. Yeah. Okay, tea's not as cold, as warm as cold. Do you ever go to sleep at night and you hear, like, it sounds like chattering, like voices, or sometimes music, and it's worse when you put your head on your pillow, you'll hear it more louder. But I mean, all the windows are closed, there's nobody outside playing music. I don't know if anybody hears that. Sometimes I do. Yeah. Kind of bizarre, right? You do that? Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's music playing and everything's off, like there's nothing. Yeah, it's like chatter. That's connection to the other side. Yeah. I do. And I'll say to my husband, "Do you hear that?" He's like, "No." First few times it happened to me, I was like, well, no windows are closed. It's not summer. There's nobody outside. You get up, you go around, there's nothing. So that's very bizarre. That would freak you out? No. It's not super loud, but it's there. it's there. You hear it. It's kind of, yeah. Yeah. Sensitive hearing, I'm telling you. Like somebody will walk outside, and in the summertime, there's the windows are closed, and sometimes I will hear people speak. It's really weird. That's weird. You feel it a lot more lately? Yeah. Yeah. It's very bizarre, eh? Yeah. That's part of your psychic. Everybody's psychic. You just have to want to develop it. And again, you have to tell your guide that you're ready if you want to, right? You feel a lot, so you're clairsentient. Yeah, a lot of people are just, clairsentient. They feel it. Yeah. So you probably do feel your spirit guide if you call him or her. My spirit guide's a him. I have some that are female, but a lot of them are males as well. So you would feel them. Yeah. And if you don't know, if you've never experienced something like this, when you're in the presence with another person, ask that person, say, "You know what? I want to do an experiment. I'm going to close my eyes, and I want you to stand in front of me. Don't tell them how, stand further away. And I'll, in my mind, I won't say anything, but approach slowly without making noise. I'll have my eyes closed, and I'll say stop when I feel that I sense an energy, right? So you could do something like that. It's an exercise. You close your eyes, have the person, come to walk. You don't tell them to come close. You just let them be, because they could stay far a minute, and you'll say, I still don't feel nothing, right? So wait till they get close and tell them when to stop. When you say stop, open your eyes. The person's probably going to be close. I highly doubt if the person's like at the other end of the room that you're going to feel something. Same thing when you do call your spirit guide. Nobody's in the room. You call your spirit guide. Get closer, have your eyes closed. You'll feel it when they're close. Yeah, that's because that's your intuition. That's your guide's helping you as well, Pauline. Yeah. It's like you're just connecting to their energy. Yeah. Yeah. That is something for sure. Mm. Yeah. It's like you know what they're gonna ask before you ask. It's part of your clairsentient and part of you just connecting with them. Yeah. Do you still have a lot of oracle cards and decks? I saw one of the short video. I don't know if it was Instagram. You were showing some of the stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That's just clairsentient. You just know. Our family, like my sisters, my mom, and that, we're all like that. Like the whole family was like that. We'd all talk at once. Everybody's like, I'm talking to her, then I can switch really easily, talk to the other person, and we all knew what everybody was going to say. We sometimes would answer before they ask a question, and I thought that was normal. I thought everybody was like that, but not everybody's like that. Yeah. Yeah, you get that gut feeling. That's your intuition. Absolutely. That's your intuition. You got to trust that. Yeah. And more as we go through the years, because a lot of people are awakening, we'll be communicating a lot more like that. Yeah. If you use the video ones, oh, I gotta make a point to stop. I mean, once it gets warmer. Now with Luna, sometimes I can leave her now, because before I was afraid like if she wakes up Rob and he's got to work, but now I think I can. I trusted her. I left her alone a couple times. It wasn't gone long, but yeah, yeah. Some people say they are. They say water signs are um, more psychics or water signs, but I think it depends on not just your sun sign, the sign you were born in, but the planets in your whole chart. Okay, I think. But yeah, a lot of people say. Some people say cancers are more psychic. There's people in every. I mean, in every horoscope, in every. I think water signs are more. They get in touch with their emotions a lot more, right? More fluid, but I'm not a water sign, so I just saw something. Did you see that? I just saw. For me, it comes from this, from my side, which is your side here. I just saw something. Bye bye. What time is it? 9. So something went by. Yeah. But everybody has psychic abilities. Everybody. What sign am I? What sign do you think I am? Come on, anybody there that thinks that they know my sign? I'm not a water sign, but I do have a water sign. Scorpio? No. No, no Pisces, not Aquarius. But it's funny you said Scorpio because my North Node is in Scorpio. Oh, what's FUW? I don't know. What? Leo? No. Gemini? No. Libra? No. Nope. Not Aries. Nope. Not Pisces. Somebody said that. No. Nope. I do have a Virgo moon, but no. Sagittarius? No. Capricorn? No. Pretty soon you'll have them all. I'm a Taurus. No, not Aries. No. I just said what sign I was. I read somewhere a lot of times too. Your sun sign is like what you are in a sense, right? But you to the outside world, women project apparently their moon sign more, which is kind of yeah. That's what I said, Taurus. Yeah, my moon's in Virgo. My north node is Scorpio. I have a planet in Scorpio as well, another planet. Yeah. But everybody has psychic abilities if you want to develop them. And if you agreed, if in your chart, if you agreed to come on this earth to help mankind, humanity, whatever, doing this, it'll come a point in your life where you won't be able to avoid it because they're going to put blocks everywhere where you have to say, okay, they have no choice to do it. Yeah. But yeah, try the little exercise I gave you about calling your spirit guide close and see what it does for you. All right. Because you'll feel the energy. You might not see it, but you'll feel it. And they don't mind. Do it as many times as you want. They like that. For them, they don't mind. They're there for you. Put this here. All right. One more angel number. It's 903. I'm going to do this here. One more card. No, tonight I just saw something fly there earlier, and when I happened to look up, and it was really tonight. 333. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. I am powerful. Okay. I may have somebody coming through. Female. Before she passed, she didn't want to hear anything. I think I know who that is. Maybe somebody I know, but she didn't want to hear anything. She had pressure, like, or her whole head, like ears, pressure, but not pain. Okay. So someone's mom. First name could have started with an H for a woman. Initial H, like HL or H. I think most of the time she was raising the children. She wasn't, and then she ended up to go out to work, but it was for a short while. It wasn't like, from what I get, it was later on in life when the children were older, she did have a job, working here and working there. She didn't. People thought she would pass away because of a condition, but she ended up passing away because of another condition. But I get it. Somebody's another initial H. They come to you because they'll tap you on the left side of the head, and usually, as an ancestor, they'll touch you lightly here. Someone's mom. I don't know if someone who's signed in or if somebody's watching. See if I can get a better picture. Okay, well, yeah, she had long hair when younger, but her hair would have been like to here. Maybe some curls, like some, I don't know if it was natural or not. Asked her to give me something else I can tell you. She's giving number 27, so could maybe her birthday was on the 27th, or she passed away on the 27th. There's a number 27 connection, or somebody's birthday is on the 27th that's connected to her. She would say to her children, a lot of times she'll say, you know, you're precious. That would be something that she would say. So circulation issues at one point, and I think kind of resolved, but maybe at the end it started up again. But circulation issues. So I see 2 children. Maybe she had 3 pregnancies and miscarried or had a stillbirth. I'm not sure, but I see 2. I mean, at one point, it almost sounded like my mom's coming through, but my mom, it never said like precious. Just like it wouldn't be. It's not her, but that's similar things. And when I asked my mom, it's not her. On the other side, she's with 2 other people, so there are the 3. I have a feeling it could have been like just her and her parents, or her and her sister or brother, but she's making me feel like that she's with 2 other people on the other side. She's showing me something about nursing. I don't know if she was a nurse or went into a nursing home. She's talking about nurse, but she's communicating, but at the same time, it's difficult for her to express herself. I don't know if that rings that bell with anyone or if anybody's making a connection to her. And she's trying to communicate with you, but she says you're not listening. So probably she's always wanting to offer her point of view, her advice, but sometimes you probably didn't want to hear it. That's what she's saying. She's saying, I'm talking, but it's like they're muffling their ears. They just don't want to hear. Maybe it's somebody who really doesn't want to hear from her. I don't know. But she's coming through like that. And she says to you, whoever it is that's watching or listening later or now, she says, take everything with a grain of salt, which is pretty good advice, actually. But there must be something going on in that person's life that they have to make sure that they know what they're doing. So getting into like a partnership or getting into something, a project that you want to start on with someone else, make sure that you check everything out, okay? If you're doing a project with someone else, make sure that the goals are identical, the goals are the same, and there's a lot of respect. Otherwise, it might not be a good idea. Just saying. She's talking about pearl earrings, but I think they were like the dangling pearl earrings. I don't think it's not a stud or. She's talking about pearl. They look like teardrop pearl earrings. So hopefully that resonates and somebody knows who it is. But she's fine. It's quiet. It's restful. It's peaceful. And when our time comes, we're going to be met by either our parents or grandparents. We're going to be met. So she'll be there when whoever it is crosses over. She'll be there. Okay. Just leave that with you now. Thank you. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Stay warm. And I'll see you next Saturday. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. You see a lot of 3 3s. Yeah, 3 3s. Trinity for sure. Flexibility. And it's a solar plexus chakra. Creativity. Speak positively. 3 3 3s. What was the other thing I saw today? The little cheat thing. 3 3. Support is surrounding you. Guidance arrives when you allow yourself to receive it. If you ask for guidance, you ask to connect with your guide. Be open to hear them. Be open to what they have to say. If you ask them something, be open to hear the truth. Not just what you want to hear, but honest truth. Oh, you're welcome, Gen 56. Well, thank you. Well, I hope everybody enjoys it. That's what I'm here for, right? Have a good night, everyone. Keep warm. And we'll see you next Saturday. All right. Bye for now. Take care. Stay warm.